Gandamu, Gandamu, Shmo, da 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 da. Hey guys, today I'm going to be taking a look at doing a review of the Master Grade Barbatos. This is a kit I'm super excited for, and I know that the entire Gunpla community has been excited for it, and it's one a lot of people have been asking for a long time. If you want to see my thoughts on it, go see the unboxing video where I talk a lot more about the hype surrounding this model, but now that I've got it snapped up and I've had a little bit of time to gestate on it, here's my review and some lore and some basic info to give you my thoughts on the kit. So here's some basic info on the model. The official name is the MG-ASW-G-08. Gundam Barbatos or Barbados, depending on how you pronounce it. It is classified as a master grade, and the scale is 1/100. It was initially released in December 2019, though it was initially slated to release in November 2019 and was eventually delayed. The price is 4,950 yen, and it is a standard release and should be widely available in almost all Gunpla and hobby model shops. I bought it at the Akiba Model Studio in Taoyuan, Taiwan, and it took me 3 hours and 46 minutes over 2 settings to assemble. I have currently done no modifications, but I am planning on panel lining and stickering. As for the lore, I'm going to talk a bit about the lore for the suit, but this is a bit of a tricky thing to deal with when it comes to this one because there are so many forms for the Barbatos that I'm pretty much going to try and stick with the initial and a little bit of the history of the kit before the events of the show. And as for the pilot, I am planning on doing a big thing about him in the future, so I'm going to keep it as limited and as basic as possible. But to begin with, the pilot is Mikazuki August, and he is a member of the Tekkaden mercenary group. As for the suit lore, the ASW-G-08 Gundam Barbatos is the main mobile suit of the Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans television series. The unit is primarily piloted by Mikazuki August, as mentioned previously. The Gundam Barbatos is one of 72 Gundam frames that was produced and used in the Calamity War roughly 300 years ago. After it was recovered, Coast Guard security used it as a power reactor. Aside from the fact that its Ahab reactors were still functional, this was done mainly because Barbatos' cockpit was missing when it was found. Gundam units like Barbatos are able to achieve a high energy output because they possess 2 Ahab reactors. The burden experienced by the pilot is high as a result of the high output and maneuverability. However, it's mitigated by the implementation of inertial control due to the use of Ahab particles generated from the reactor when a phase transition occurs inside its vacuum device. It can use weapons and armor from defeated enemies to improve its fighting capabilities. Its armaments include a mace, longsword, gauntlet, smoothbore gun, GR-ES02 wire claw, GR-H01 9.8mm battle axe, long-range rifle, arm mortar, large spatial mace. Special equipment and features include an Alaya Vinana system, sorry I can't pronounce that properly, a backpack arm, a JEE-M103 Kutan Type 3, and a chest reactive armor. So, on to the build process. This wasn't exactly a hard build overall. I've seen some people complaining about it online, but I really didn't have any kind of trouble with it. I was able to do it in 2 sittings, but it was actually over one night, or one day and one night after work. Overall, it really wasn't that hard. It was a fun build. It was a different kind of build where, as you can see, there are the pistons in here at a couple different places that definitely kind of added a little bit different. I know it's not the first model ever to have pistons, but it definitely added something a little different. It, as you can see, half of the frame is exposed, so there were parts where I'm looking like I know what the model looks like, but it's just, okay, did I do this right? Am I missing something? Or what's going on here? But yeah, overall, everything just snapped in easy. It looks good. It looks great. The process overall wasn't too bad. You get a foil sheet of stickers, which for the eyes and on the scope, I believe I mentioned in the unboxing, this is a new mold, this is a new design. Usually when you get other designs, it's like the 5th iteration or some knockoff of an older one, so you get like a whole bag full of extras or half the sheets you don't even use, and that's not even getting into what Bandai, how much wasted plastic you get there. But for this one, you basically get about 3 pieces that aren't used, and then a couple extra little hand options, but finger options. But overall, all the plastic is used. It's not a hard build at all. You get a nice sheet of stickers, and what I love about it is you get different options for the stickers. I believe I mentioned in the unboxing where you can choose how degraded you want your model stickers to look in place, which is awesome in my opinion. But yeah, overall, it's not a hard build whatsoever. I'm sure you've seen it 10,000 times already, people saying it, but in other kits, these were stickers. But in this one, you get these red plastic pieces underneath, and oh, something just fell off. Yeah, in these ones, it's not. It's just a standard piece that basically you just put the plastic over it, and it has this really nice looking effect. It's not quite like the new Gundam Verka, where underneath every little clear plastic there's like a little silver sheet. I'll talk about that later when I do my new Gundam Verka Heavy Weapon System review. But yeah, overall it looks great. The only kind of little nitpick issue I had with it is that in the manual, I believe it referenced something as, I can't remember if it was F1 or B1, but on the runner it just said B. Or it could have been the other way around, where in the manual it says B, but on the runner it says B1 or F1. I can't remember exactly, but that wasn't even a problem at all. It wasn't confusing at all, so much so to the point where, like I said, it's just a nitpick, and I can't even remember it, what the problem was. So overall, it's a fun build. So in terms of articulation, you're actually going to be able to get a lot out of this thing. And I know a lot of people are concerned how the articulation would work in conjunction with the pistons on the back. Would it be too far? Is it too much? Are they going to pop out? And I can tell you, these things are so well designed, they don't come out. It really is an amazing design. You don't have to worry about those pistons at all. But starting off, you get head this far back, head this far forward. You can get a full spin on the head. Arm goes up about there. You get a nice bend on at the elbow. The fingers are individually articulated, but the thumb is, and you get a full swivel at the shoulder. You get not much of a crunch, and not much of a backwards. I can't remember the name right now. All of the side skirts can move up about that much on the back. You get some nice upward movement on the side skirts on the side and the side skirts in front. Sorry, I'm just fumbling around with it right now. Do not move that much. I guess they do. Okay, and for the legs, they go, that's a nice kick right there. Good bend at the knee. That thing keeps popping out, but I think that's more me than the actual design. Leg goes back about that far. You get a little bend at the toe. Not really any kind of pivot on the toe, and that's about the extent of the pivot you're going to get on the foot. So overall, the articulation is very good. It feels very solid. It doesn't feel too tight. You're not going to struggle, but then again, it doesn't feel too loose. So you are going to be able to get some dynamic poses out of this. It really is just overall a great kit. You can tell they thought it through. You can tell that articulation and posability was high on the list of wishes for the design committee. Sorry, but basically overall, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of dynamic poses out of this. So in terms of accessories, you don't really get much, but the ones you do get are friggin' awesome. First of all, you get the sword. It's big. It's almost as tall as the figure itself. Next up, you get the mace, which it is adjustable. So depending on how you want to pose it, depending on how you want to do it, because it just like to be show accurate, it can extend, though not as much as in the show. And then you get the rifle. There's a whole lot of articulation on this. This goes forward, and then this, you got to be gentle with it, but this pops out, and then you can pull it like that, and it becomes bigger than the actual model. And as you saw earlier, or I believe I mentioned earlier, here's the other sticker. It goes in the scope, but everything can go into weapon storage here on the backpack. You have to basically move these out, but you have to be careful because there's not much holding this together, so it can come out. But you pull these out, and then you basically slide what you want in. This one you have to go put it back in the shorter mode, but yeah, this thing has amazing weapon storage. I love when a kit, you can put everything included on it, all of the weapons and everything as such. So you get basically 3 weapons, 3 accessories, that's it, but the ones you do get are, look, I love Zaku's, but I cannot just deal with another Zaku bazooka or rifle or just your standard granddaddy weapon loadout. These are unique, but then again, everything about the show is unique, so it is very highly appreciated what you get in this kit. Now, for a size comparison, here it is next to the P Bandai RE100 Quest Air Yak Doga. Here it is next to the P Bandai RG144 Zaku Mine Layer. And finally, here it is next to the RE100 Nightingale. So, after everything is said and done, this is a kit I would highly, highly recommend. I understand that there's a lot of hype around this kit, and some people might be thinking, oh, you know what, maybe it's just being overhyped, maybe people are just losing their collective shit over it for no specific good reason, but it really is worth the hype. I was afraid, personally, of letdown, but honestly, there's nothing to be let down with. The accessories, though a little limited, are amazing. The articulation is amazing. The overall look, guys, this kit just looks and feels, when you hold it in your hand, it does not feel like cheap plastic. It does not feel like a cheap model. It feels awesome. It honestly feels like very few kits. It feels unique, like the Hama Hama or the Bawu. It just feels like a different kind of kit, like the Death Scythe Hell. But overall, if you can get this kit, get it. Do not think twice. If you can order it, order it. It is one I cannot recommend this more highly. So, that being said, thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye out for an unboxing in the next week and then a review in 2 weeks, and I will see you guys then. Alright, take it easy, guys.
Get to making with jive, boy, say shine. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes, you shine. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes, you shine. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, you holler, yes. 1, 2, 3. Get to making with jive, boy, say shine. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes, you shine. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes, you shine. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, you holler, yes. 1, 2, 3. Get to making with jive, boy, say shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, 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 you shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes, yes. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, 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 you shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, indeed, yes, you holler, yes,
One,
indeed.
2, 3.
Get to making with jive, boy, say shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, 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 you shout. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, yes, yes. When it hits you, yes, indeed, yes, 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 you shout. When it hits you, yes.